let's get started. Welcome to Big Beauty Business Podcast. This is episode 4. And today's guest, he is a trifecta in the barber and beauty industry. He is a comedian. He has the bomb, funniest skits. He's professional barber. He has a product line, everything. He has a wealth of knowledge for you guys. So let me introduce myself. I am the host, SalonCass, and also known as Hairbyshaunda across all social media platforms. I am the founder of Silk Master Professional Hot Tools, and I am the author of Breakthrough Tips to Becoming a 100K Hairstylist. You can go to SalonCassAcademy.com, where I have multiple guides on how to win in the beauty industry. Okay, so without further ado, I'd like to bring up my guest, Mr. GARRICK Dixon. Let's see. Okay. GARRICK, hi.
What up, though?
What up, though? What it do?
Just chilling on a Sunday, you know how it is.
Yeah, I know how it is. That's why we're doing it on Sunday, because we our barbers and beauties are chilling on Sunday. Most of us are chilling on Sundays. So how you doing?
Oh, no, I'm great. I'm great. I can't complain. Better than usual. So
Yeah.
Well,
what's the usual?
Usually I'm great. I'm extra great today. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's get started. Let's get started with the interview. I know, you want to relax on your Sunday, but, we're here to help the people.
Yeah.
My first question would be, so how long have you been in the barber industry, and what inspired you to want to become a barber?
Woo! Put it this way, I've been cutting hair since I was 12 years old. So I've been in the industry, 35 years, 36 years. I started in my parents' basement. It was one of those things where my older brother used to cut his own hair, so I never wanted to be like him, but the thing that I did do like him changed my whole life. He was cutting his hair, so then I started cutting my own hair. And when I say cutting my own hair, basically it was a bowl cut. It was trash. And then next one day I was like, you know what? If I move the lever on the clippers, let me see what that does. And then next thing you know, I moved it and it started fading. I started blending. And then next thing you know, when you're 12 years old, you just go outside to your friends, you all cut hair now. And all them like, all right, man, you can cut my hair. So I started off the dude in the neighborhood cutting people's hair. Then next thing you know, high school, I'm cutting everybody's hair. I'm running a full barbershop out of my parents' basement. So yeah, I've been doing it since I was 12. So I mean, I was like the dude that was on Saturdays cutting 20 to 25 heads, and just even every day. I mean, like Monday through Saturday, I was running a shop out of my parents' basement.
Wow, at 12 years old, a teenager, actually.
Yep. It started 12 with me, but then around 14 is when I started like cutting other people, like 13, but 14 is when it started like picking up. Yeah.
Okay, so you said your brother was your influence?
Yeah, my brother was my influence. He still won't let me cut his hair today to this day, because he said I cut a big ass part in his hair. And so after all my accomplishments, he still won't let me touch his hair.
Okay. After all of your accomplishments, and you have plenty, okay? So, and I just want to give you your flowers on that. So, okay, did you have any other influences outside of your brother? Were there any master barbers at the barbershop in the neighborhood that influenced you?
No. I mean, the barbershop was a place to go, but when I started working in the barbershop at 18, it was my freshman year of college. I started working in the barbershop. My friend Vaughn was like my big brother. Like, you know, in the NBA they have a rook, and you know it's a big brother type system. So Vaughn was like my big brother. So he was kind of like my mentor in the game. I learned a lot of stuff from him. So I would say Vaughn was my big brother in the barber game. Yeah.
So what did he teach you? What stuck with you that you still implement in your daily barbering work life today?
Really just work ethic, just go hard. I was kind of like that anyway, but like Vaughn to this day is in there every day except Tuesday. But Vaughn just went hard. He just had a work ethic. He knew how to talk to his clients. He can cut. That's pretty much what I learned from a work ethic. You know?
Yeah. Okay, cool. So let's go. Let's get to the tea of this. Now,
Okay.
you call yourself Barber Luther King, Barber Luther the
Yeah.
King. Why do you call yourself that? What's behind
Bar-
that?
it was just a slick name that I came up with. I was like Barber Luther King. It just flowed. But one time we did a funny video with Martin Luther King at his speech. He was talking to barbers. He was speaking up for the barbers. We did a funny video about that. And so when I did the video, I was just like, yo, Barber Luther King, that kind of sticks. But I like it too because it's like kind of like educational in the game. Like usually when I put Barber Luther King on there, it's something where I'm dropping some knowledge in
Okay,
the game. It's not usually on the funny parts of the videos. It's like knowledge dropped. Like it could be about finances, whatever it is. It's something about knowledge. So when I get my knowledge tip, I'm Barber Luther King. You know.
got it. So
Yeah.
you like preaching to
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
people,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
gathering the people, telling them how to go along with
Yeah.
with your business
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, okay, well then, so since you use Barber Luther King for educational purposes, that's your hashtag, and that's his hashtag. If anyone wants to
Yeah.
know, on Instagram or YouTube too, you also do
Yep.
YouTube.
Yep.
So that's his hashtag. If you ever want to know any knowledge in the barber industry. Okay, so all right, so then, what prompts you to start doing that? Like, what are the mistakes that you see barbers making that make in their business in branding? What mistakes do you see them making that prompts you wanted to want? I'm sorry, to want to
I
educate
think
them.
the number one mistake that barbers make is probably trying to impress people. I mean, I know we're on Instagram,
Okay.
but trying to impress people on Instagram. Like it's really not about, some barbers are just putting stuff because they want to get likes and they want to do all this type of stuff. But it's like, you don't have to do all that. The only people you really need to impress are the people in your surrounding area. That's
Mm-hmm.
who you need to go after. Like, who gives a damn if your haircut get 10 likes and barbers want likes and all that type of stuff? Don't know. Customers don't care about that. Like, I've never had any clients. I mean, I've got some because of my Instagram page, but it's never been anybody, hey man, you don't have enough followers or this and that. I don't want you to cut my hair. It's like, just do you and be the man or the woman in your area.
Yes.
When you conquer your area, you'll be good. And so I would say, like for barbers, just not to try to. I'm not gonna say emulate, but it's like you don't need approval from the other barbers. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
you don't need it.
Okay. So,
If
what
it
are
happens,
three tips?
if it happens, it's good. But if not, then who gives a damn?
Yeah, who
Yeah,
gives a damn, right? Because basically you're just doing it to collect and build your
yeah,
clientele, right?
yeah.
So what are three tips that you think barbers need to build clientele? What are three tips that that'll
I would
work
say
for
number
them, that
one.
work for you?
I would say number one, still go old school. Business cards. I mean, you can still do business cards. If you're a barber that's struggling and you don't really have a lot of clients, I would say try to reach 100 people a week. If you reach 100 people a week, oh yeah, 100 people a week, that's 400 people in 1 month. Now let's just do an average. If you got 10% of that, now it's a lot to reach 100 people a week.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just shoot for a high number. So if you get 50, 50 is good too. But if you can do 100 people a week, that's 400 people a month. That's 40 new clients if we do a 10% average. That's 40 new clients that you'll gain. If you did
Hmm.
that for 3 or 4 months, you'll never have to do it again. Your chair will always be full. You don't have to worry about doing it again. So if you just hustle for 3 or 4 months and did that, you'll be good to go. That's number one. Number two, I'll say, because it is social media,
Hmm.
do like in your area, say, like look up the Pizza Hut in your area or whatever, or Domino's, and then look at the people who fit you, who you think fit you. Look up the people in that area, make like a 10-second video, a 10 to 15-second video. Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Garrett Dixon. I'm the owner of Dixon 1737. If you bring this video, you get 10% off your haircut. Do something like that. So then like DM those people like in I'll say a 5 or 10 mile radius of wherever your shop is.
Hmm.
Do a generic message, and then like I said, go to Subway site, go to McDonald's or whatever, all at these Instagram pages. go to those pages and send those videos to the people that look like you. And when you do it, make a number that you realistically can do.
Okay.
Like, so if you're coming from work, and it depends on what type of work ethic you have, but just say, all right, I'm gonna do 10 videos a night. I'm gonna do 10, I'll find 10 people, set a goal. All right, I'm gonna do 10 people a day. So therefore, by the end of the week, you done sent out 70 videos.
Yes.
Once again, if we go by the laws, if you get 10%, that's 7 new clients. You might not always get that, but I'll say do that for about the same thing, 3 or 4 months, and do that, and you'll get somebody. You'll get somebody. So I'll say number 1, go old school. Number 2, send them a message on Instagram. And then number 3, you said another tip, just your customer service to me, which is the most important thing. Make sure that your customer service is on point. Make sure that you converse with your clients. It should be 3 things that you know about a client when they walk out your chair. You should know their full name, you should know their occupation, and you should know like their relationship status, single, married, kids, all that stuff. So those are the 3 things that you need to know. If you're bad at names like me, and you can have a little cheat sheet behind your little organizer. Write the person name down. You know what I'm saying? Write the person name down. Write the occupation down. Write the kid's name, or if they're married or single, write that down. So then if it's a dude named Reggie that comes to the shop and, yo, Reg, what's up, man? Where you work? Oh, I work at Solomon Smith Barney. Okay, all right, you work Solomon. Yo, you got kids? Yeah, Reggie Jr. Oh, okay, all right. So now you know that information about him. So next time he come in the barbershop, hey, yo, man, how's everything going at Solomon Smith Barney? Hey, man, we're talking about Reggie Jr. How's he doing with football? So now it's a person to you. Now this person knows that you have vested in them, and you're just not a client, and they're going to stay loyal to you because of your relationship and how you talk to them. A great conversation trumps a haircut. You know, like
Yes.
a haircut could be cool, a haircut could be average, but it's like if you're a good conversationalist, they'll continue to come back to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, and I totally agree. I actually teach that in one of my eBooks on SalonCassAcademy.com. So make sure you guys check that out as
Check that
well
out.
too. He's right. That is absolutely right. And now I'm going to ask you, what is the importance of that? I know it's a personal connection, but what is the importance of knowing their name, their occupation, and just knowing personal things about them? Why is that so important?
Your name is the most important thing in your life.
Yeah.
Your name is everything. When somebody calls you by your name, it's more of a special relationship. You know, it can be intimate, and they call you by your name. You know what I'm saying? It can be whatever it is. Upset, they call you by the name. They trying to get your attention. They call you by your name. So if you know my name, that means I know you know me. So your name is the most important thing that you have. So repeating that person's name or calling that person by their name lets them know that you see them, that they're seen, and we all want to be seen. So I'll say it's not just, hey, what up, man? What up, dog? Yeah, what up, dog? Nice. What up, Reg? Hey, man, how you doing? You know, that's different than what's up, man? So a lot of times, like when I'm talking to my clients, I repeat their names, you know, as I'm conversing with them, and it's a special thing.
It is. It's, you know, I know me for myself, like, someone can be the best hairstylist or nail tech for me because I do my
Yeah,
own
yeah,
hair.
yeah,
But they
yeah.
could be the best nail tech ever. But if you treat me like just like another customer and you don't talk, you on the phone, you just filing all hard and throwing my hands around. I don't fit. I don't. I would rather go to someone that's slightly mediocre. But they're like, Shaunda,
Yeah,
hey, how
yeah.
are you? You know, how you been? How's Nigel? That's my son's
Okay.
name by the name. How's Nigel? How's, you
Yeah,
know? And it makes me feel like this is my family. You
yeah.
know. And I'm
And,
more apt to want to, you know, patronize their
and
business.
I'll say
Absolutely.
I'll say this to Shonda, like we gotta remember this. Like I hate when barbers feel like they too big. Like some barbers feel like they bigger than the customer and everything. As a barber, we gotta remember when next time as a barber or stylist, you go home. If you're at home now, whatever, look around your place. Look around your place. My TV's right here, my couches, my refrigerator. Like look around your place. 9 times out of 10, your clients have paid for everything at your house, your car. Your clients have
Absolutely.
paid for that.
Yes, they
So
did.
it's being personal, and it's treating them how it's treating them with respect, because
Mm-hmm.
these people help you provide a lifestyle for you. Now, obviously,
Absolutely.
your work and your hustle means something too. Your
Mm-hmm.
pricing, all that type of stuff. But if you have a good lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
it's because of your clients. And don't
Yes.
forget that. And don't forget that. And don't and treat them.
Respect the money.
Yeah, respect them. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Respect the money.
Respect the money.
Absolutely. Okay. So let's go on to your product line.
Okay.
So, all right. So you built a product line. What was that process like for you? And what were some challenges you faced when launching and scaling your products?
The process, it was a long process. I'll say, it was dope though.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I started because you know, once again, a client, I remember I posted, in 2018, it was, at the beginning of the football season, I had posted a video because the dude had sent me a message. He was like, "Yo, Garrick, man, I don't know how to get my haircut. I got a big ass head. I don't know how to get my haircut. What do you think?" And I was like, "Send me a picture." When you send me a picture, I said, "Yeah, you do have a big ass head." But I said, "Send me a picture." And I said, "Yo, I'm gonna send you a picture back of what haircut you should get that fits you." I sent them the
Mm-hmm.
picture back. So it made me think of a video. I did a video a while ago, 2018. I was like, yo, somebody sent me a message, somebody sent me a message on YouTube. If this is you, if you don't know how to get your hair cut, send me a picture of you. Send me like front, side angles. Send me a picture of your head, and I'm going to send you a picture back of how you should get your hair cut. When I posted that, I remember it was I think preseason football. I got like 50 something messages. I couldn't even watch a football game because I was online all day, like going on barbershop.com and
Yes.
all looking at some of my haircuts. And I answered every person, and I sent them a picture back of how they should get their haircut. So the next day, one of my clients, Daryl, Dog Man, he's a dog trainer. I
Mm-hmm.
said, "Yo, Dog Man, he's a smart businessman." I said, "Yo, man, I got all these pictures. I did this post and I got these pictures." And I answer these people, "How can I monetize this? How can I make money?" He's like, "Well, you can charge them, whatever." He said, "But you know what you should do?" He said, "If you want to make some real money, being a barber, I know you got your clothes line and you selling all stuff." He said, "If you really want to make some money, you got to sell something that people can repeatedly get and outside of barbers. You should come up with a
Mm-hmm.
hair care line." And I was like, "Dang." He said, "Leave and can do all that stuff." And he said, "Call it Dr. Fade." And the funny thing is, we came in there. At first, the name was Dr. Fade. And I had a
Okay.
logo and all that stuff. But then before that, my ex-girlfriend, she knew a lady in marketing. And she was like, "Nah, Dr. Fade, that's your name Dixon is powerful. Why don't you name it Dixon's?" And I was like, "Yeah, that makes sense." And so I named it Dixon 1737 because I started cutting hair at 1737 Albert Drive. So I
Mm-hmm.
took it full circle and made it Dixon 1737. So when my friend Dogman told me that idea, like I just went into Garrick mode, and everything was like, "All right, let me look up how do I get it made. I can go here and get them to send me samples." And I was getting different product places to send me samples, and then I try them on my clients. And I
Okay.
remember I went to the dollar store. At first, it was like just a leave-in conditioner. And I was like, "Yo, which one?" I was, getting a bunch of samples. And I red dot, blue dot, and I put them in the thing. "Yo, which one do you like? Let me know. I'll get back with you in 2 weeks." Bam. So
Mm-hmm.
then I did a process of elimination with a couple of different products and came up with the one that was that best fitted me, the one that they like, and the one that was most affordable. And so
Okay.
it started off with a leave-in conditioner, beard oil. Those were the two that I started off with. So it was a process of, I mean, you get the samples, then you got to do the web page, you got to get pictures. Like you just got to. I had an Excel spreadsheet. I remember my ex-girlfriend at the time. She saw I was overwhelmed. She was like, "All right, babe, let's do a list of what you need to do,"
Mm-hmm.
and that saved me because I had organization. Get pictures made, call this person. So I just went and checked everything off, and it was like, "Do this by this date," and I went and checked everything off, and it probably took me about, I think it probably took me about 5 or 6 months, 5 or 6 months, something like that. Yeah, 5 or 6
Okay.
months. And then I had a launch party for my products.
Oh,
And people think
nice.
you don't like my brother and father. invested in me. Like we started off with $7,000. That's what I started mine's off with. So people think you don't need to have a whole lot of money to start a product line. You just need to have a product that you can push. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, cool. That's all good
Yeah.
stuff. A lot of I feel like we all need multiple streams of income so that, your customers will support you and your fan base on your social
Yep.
media. Because I know you have a fan base. I remember when I first followed you years ago. I used to be cracking up at your skits. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to be in one of your skits. I want to be in
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And one that had me cracking up was the cap cutters.
Oh
The
yeah,
cap
yeah,
cutters.
yeah, yeah. You're yeah, yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah,
like, let me teach you how
yeah.
to lie.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
So
That was
it's
it.
so
It was
what?
because that a lot of that was going on in the industry, and I know some of them dudes lying about their numbers, so I had to, I got to bring the funny to everything. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's good because you know what someone taught me. I know a guy who he's worked for Chanel. He's had his own beauty salon in like the Venetian
Mm,
Hotel here in Las Vegas.
mm,
And he's like, you know what, Shonda, as long as you're educating, entertaining, and inspiring, you will always attract,
mm-hmm.
and I think, and that's what you
Yeah.
do. You inspire with Barber Luther King, you
Mm-hmm.
entertain with your comedy skits,
Yeah.
and entertain, educate, entertain, and
Yeah.
inspire. So that's good. You're hitting all of the
Yeah.
marks.
And notice, like, especially when we were doing the funny barbershop videos at my old shop from what
Hmm.
2015 and 19, the videos that got the most views, and I mean, because we were the pioneers of it. I'll go against anybody who challenged me and say that
Okay,
we weren't, because we
talk
we
your
did it.
talk.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we did it consistently. Like nobody was doing. Like all these videos I see nowadays. I feel like we were the Richard Pryor of this because it was stuff that we did. Like because we
Hmm.
covered everything and we was putting up 6 videos a week. Me, Trey Dice. So we were doing all that. But the videos that got the most views were the ones that were realistic, like that were real, that people
Okay.
could relate to. And then
Yes.
with us, a lot of time there was always like a little hidden message in the video. We were making funny, but there was a hidden message like in a lot of our videos. Like we'll make fun. Like the video is like, all right, how to get new clients. But then
Hmm.
we'll show me like I might go up to somebody talking about their hair real bad, but I'm giving them a
Yes.
business card. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But
Hmm.
that's not what you do. But this is what you should do. And then you approach the client the reasonable way. So it was like, a lot of our videos that people can relate to. That's why they spread so much. That's why I was on 50 Cent show. That's why, all it's got all these views is because of,
Okay.
look, I threw that in.
I
It's
know,
because people,
and I love that.
yeah,
And
it,
I know you can throw some more in
yeah,
there
oh yeah,
too.
yeah,
That was
yeah,
being
yeah.
light
Over
though.
100 million views on YouTube. Like,
Yes.
so yeah. So it was like it's all because it's relatable, you
Yes.
know. And once it's
Hmm.
relatable, people they see themselves in it.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
That is so cool. So is that so your skits that you did and all of your entertainment is that how you got your clientele? Was that a way of building your
No,
clientele as well? People wanted to come because of that,
no.
or
I mean, our barbershop was popular, but it was always my personality. Like I've always been an outgoing person, always been funny, So it was my personality and getting to know the people. You know what I'm saying? Like getting
Mhm.
to know my clients. So I was the dude that, like, in my old shop, I recognize. Okay, I look at the big picture all the time,
Okay.
and I'm like, I'm going to speak to everybody that comes in the shop. I'm going to speak to everybody that comes in the shop because one person might be new, they don't know who to go to.
Yes.
So they feel comfortable. If I'm like, yo, what up, man? Like they feel comfortable with me just because I spoke to them and
Hmm.
some of the other barbers might not have spoke to them. That's number one. Number two, if the chair's beside me, I would also talk to their clients too. Now I'm not gonna be rude and talk to them, but I'm gonna talk to them like I acknowledge their clients.
Hmm.
Because number two, not every barber's gonna be there. Some barbers are gonna leave the shop.
Yeah.
So when that barber leaves the shop, the person, because they familiar with you, they're gonna come to you.
Absolutely.
You the next man up. So for me, I've always talked to people. I've always been interested. I mean, I've been doing this since 12. Like it's always, we're therapists. So I've always respected my clients. And for me, my clients mean everything to me. You know what I'm saying? My
Yes.
clients have always meant everything to me. And they can see that. So for me, that's how I got my clients. But also our barbershop was very popular. People would call on YouTube, hey man, I watch your videos and all the stuff. It made our shop at one point the most popular barbershop in the world, hands down. In the world. I mean,
Yes.
I've had
Yes.
people worldwide come to the shop. Yo, I just wanted to take a picture with you. I want to take a picture with y'all. They came to LA and that became a landmark for barbers.
Oh,
I'm
that
talking about from
is so amazing.
Yugoslavia, like all China, like all different
I
places,
know I wanted to
London.
bring my son
Yeah,
to the shop.
yeah. I mean, London, like even when I went to London, my boy who was with me, he was one of the other barbers. We went to the shop and he was like, yo, man, they treat you like you Chris Tucker. Like we went to two different shops. He was like, bro, because he worked in the shop. He wasn't really in our videos. So he saw what we did all the time. But when we went to London and he saw the love, he was like, damn, y'all really, this is huge. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like people got to see it. So it was the popularity helped, but my personality always got me my clients.
Okay, so so the comedy and your personality, is that how you landed this spot on the TV show Cut to It?
it, in a sense, it was the guy who's the producer. His name is Jamie. Jamie used to come in the shop, and I would talk to Jamie. I would talk to Jamie, and I put him in a couple of our sketches. So then in 2000, during the pandemic, in 2020, he was like, "Yo, man," because he always told me, he said, "Man, I want to work with you," because he was a writer too. He's like, "I want to work with you." He tried to get me on that show, Indica. I did audition. I didn't get the part, but he was like, "Yo, man, we're gonna work." And I'll say this is God speaking, like God knows what's gonna happen. He was always like, "Yo,
Yes.
man, I want to work with you, G. I'm gonna get you on something, man. I'm telling you." Then 2020 during the pandemic, he called me. He said, "Yo, I got this guy, Jeff, who he has money, so he wants to produce a show. He wants to do a show about a barbershop." And he said, "And I want to shoot the show around you. It's
Okay.
your shop. Celebrities coming there, and then we need to get other barbers. So I want you let me know what other barbers you know. We're gonna do auditions like we were auditioning during the pandemic. I reached out to different barbers. Some of them hit me back. Some of them, hey man, hey. Some of them didn't. Um, but we did auditions. We got the two barbers. We got the stylist. I mean, we got the receptionist. We got the intern. So it was
Okay.
just my guy. He saw me. He said, "I want you to be the face of it." And next thing you know, we shot a pilot, 3-episode pilot, and then we got picked up. Now we shot season 2. So now season 2 is going to be coming out. It might be on a different network, but it's going to be good. And we got bigger people. And I'll tell you, we starting off with Chris Paul. Chris Paul is going to be our first
Oh,
episode. So
okay.
it was my relationship with by being in the shop talking to one of the other clients. So it
Oh
did,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So you would say, and just like anyone else would say, networking is king. Make sure that you are not so closed in and that you offer yourself to people because you never know who you're talking to.
yeah. What
Yeah.
up, Ron? Yep, what up, Ron? That's one of my barbers, Ron Prather. We used to cut together at my barber shop that I worked in Maryland. So
Okay.
that's the type. We went to college together, everything. That's my homie. He got robbed. A dude robbed him one time. He probably gonna last. A dude robbed him, put him in a figure 4. He put him in a wrestling move and robbed him. Uh,
Oh, Ron,
but
he
but
putting you out there, Ron.
yeah. But what was
But
your question
But
again?
did Ron win in the end? Did Ron win in the end?
No, he got robbed. I mean, he ended up winning because he's still alive. He can hit me
He's
up
still
and
alive.
yeah, he's still alive. So he did end up
Absolutely.
winning. He ended up winning. But that's my dude. What was the question you asked me? I'm sorry.
Oh no, we were just talking. I was
Okay.
just bringing up as far as networking and opening yourself up to new people.
Yeah.
That's what can award you opportunities,
Absolutely.
right? I mean, you
all,
said,
all,
that was God working. Well, God works through people. So then I always say that God works through people. So you have to talk to people because you don't know who's going to be your angel and who's going to be your blessing.
and
So that's good stuff.
relationships is the key to business.
Absolutely.
Relationships is the key. It's businesses done for $10 million that get handled quick just off a relationship. So
Mm-hmm.
relationships is the key. Relationships helped me go on the road with Tony Rock and see the world through comedy. You know what I'm saying? Like relationships is everything. Relationships, pretty much the barbershop. Every, damn near everything I've done in Hollywood goes back to the barbershop. Like getting my agent, my first agent, getting another agent, being on shows, doing all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it goes back to the barbershop. Now, I moved after the barbershop, then, I took over the responsibility of it happening, but a lot of it came from the shop. Yep.
That's so amazing.
Yep.
And I agree. A lot of my blessings came from my clients.
Yeah.
Because that's all I do. I'm working all day, and I'm building this relationship with my clientele and they, oh, I'm gonna tell you someone about you and oh, I got a job that you could do this for. So it's like, I've worked on TV networks and all that. So all that came from
Yep.
relationships in my
Yep.
chair. That's pretty dope.
I
That's
wouldn't have the
pretty dope.
show right now if it wasn't for the barbershop.
Okay, so when can I get on the show? Because
Oh,
that's a relationship.
well, we got a season three. Season three, we'll have you come through and walk through. Lord, God forbid. Hopefully, we will get a season three.
You
I think we will,
will.
because we already shot. We already shot season two. Like all
Okay.
episodes are already shot. We shoot them all before y'all see them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll wrap this up. So besides being this big TV star that you are and making $100 million with your product line, we're gonna speak this into
Mhm.
existence. What else do you have going on or that you foresee in your future? I don't know, personally, professionally.
I, I, I want to say something to barbers because it's not a lot of people watching right now, but I don't know if you're gonna post this. I'll,
It's gonna go on YouTube
okay, okay.
everywhere. Yes.
I'll say this as barbers, we make money. We kind of like strippers. We make a lot of money. We make money all the time, but we got to do right with our money. I feel like a lot of barbers, just a lot of people in general, aren't doing right with their money. And when I say that, one, we got to get out of debt. We got to get out of debt, like credit card debt, loan debts, whatever you have, even your car debt. Pay all that stuff off. However you got to do it, be aggressive with your debt. I don't care. Like if you got 4 credit cards and you got $10,000 worth of debt or whatever, pay off those credit cards. If you can afford it, if you can pay your car off, and this might take you, because this is real important. This might take you a year, 2, 3, whatever. Or even if you have money in your savings and not a high yield, if you have money in your savings, take that money out that savings and pay off your debt. Once
Yes.
once you pay off your debt, then save up your money for 3 to 6 months of emergency fund. So if something
Mm-hmm.
happened to you, you need that. Save up enough for 3 to 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Then after you do the 3 to 6 months, now start investing. And especially for you younger folks in your 20s and 30s, start investing now. I mean, I hear so many people that just, especially people that look like us, that are scared of the stock market, that don't know how to invest. And
Yes.
just you can earn 10 to 12% interest just by investing in the stock market. They
Mm-hmm.
make it so easy now where you got apps like Robinhood where you don't even have to buy whole shares of stock. You can put up $50 a week. I know you can afford to put up $50 a week. You can put up 100, just whatever you make. And barbers, make sure you know how much you're making. Calculate every month. Hold on.
Brief intermission.
I ain't gonna show y'all. Look, I got the organize. Like I calculate, I write down everything I make weekly, so I know how much I make a month. I'm calculated for what I made from haircut, what I made from a products line, what I made from Amazon. What I made from other streams at YouTube, all that stuff. I calculate. I can tell you to the T. I can tell you to the T how much money I've made in a month, and that's just me doing that. But now I got a Rocket Money app. It tells me that too. So
Mm-hmm.
I know what I can save aside the 10%, and I make sure I save that 10%. So use that money and invest. You don't have to know everything. Don't be afraid of the stock market. Go to YouTube, learn about that stuff. Invest in stock, invest in mutual funds. A lot of us don't have 401ks, but get a Roth IRA.
Yes.
If you're under 50 years old, you can save $7,000 a year. If you're over 50 years old, it's $8,000 a year. And then this is tax-free money once you retire. So especially you youngsters in the 20s and 30s, make sure you invest your money. Get rid of all your debt, get rid of the car debt, get rid of the loans, and invest your money, because a little bit of investing goes a long way. You 25 years old, by the time you're 65, you can retire as a millionaire barber, and you ain't stressing. You ain't stressing, because a lot of barbers are stressing. Just saving up 3 to 6 months takes away a lot of the stress. And then, like, when you don't have any debt, just imagine whatever your credit card bills, because a lot of people, whatever your credit cards bills are, and whatever your money is for your car loan or whatever, all that money now can go into investing into yourself. So please, I'm gonna teach them. I'm gonna teach this course. Watch, it's gonna be coming. Yeah. By the end of the year, I'm gonna teach something, but we have to do it as barbers. So that's what I'll leave you with. Watch, cut to it. We'll probably be coming out within 6 months. Follow me on social media. If you need hair care products, leave-in conditioner, beard butter, beard oil, shampoo, conditioner, facial soap, support my brand. It's all good products. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, all that junk. But make sure you invest your money.
Okay, and I'll make sure I put all of your information in the caption of the YouTube and everything. I'm gonna help you out because I support you.
Yep.
And thank you for being a guest. And I also want to say, make sure you guys follow SalonCass Academy on Instagram. I'm not anywhere else right now, but I'm Hairbyshaunda TV on YouTube. And make sure you go to SalonCassAcademy.com. I will have clips of all the jewels that Garrick dropped today. I mean, he's had several, even for me, you know, and I appreciate you for that. And I mean, you're obviously an OG in this thing, and you got a wealth of knowledge to teach people. And I have things that I can teach as well, you know, on the beauty side. I'm not a barber, but you know, my course will be dropping March 3rd.
Good.
So I mean, yes. So go to SalonCass Academy, and I'll also have Garrick's information for you guys as well, so you can connect with him. Garrick, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Okay.
And I'll be in touch.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Have
All
a good
right.
day.
Everybody be blessed. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching another episode of Big Beauty Business. Make sure you log on to SalonCassAcademy.com for beauty business tips.